In today's video, Tesla stock is currently mooning to $700 per share. What really caused this move? John McAfee found dead, but was this really all planned? Are tech stocks really in trouble with the new antitrust bills? And finally, will people actually return to work, or would they rather not work? Let's find out. Welcome back everyone, I'm your host, the guy that buys low and sells high, and today we got some very important and interesting news regarding the crypto market and the stock market. So if we head on to CoinMarketCap, we can see that Bitcoin is currently almost at $35,000. Yesterday in my video, I said that Bitcoin has a potential to hit about $37,000 before we retest to 30,000 levels again. But technicals are always really iffy and we can't always trust it 100%. However, I believe that that's the direction that we're probably heading. Ethereum is also at about $2,000 and today is the day that they started testing the new EIP 1556 on the testnet. So if the testing does really well, they're gonna put it on the mainnet. Now in terms of the stock market, the Dow Jones, S&P, and the Nasdaq are up. So the reason why it's up today is because of this headline right here. Biden seems like he had a deal with the Senate Infrastructure Group, and that means more money being spent, and that means asset prices goes up, so stocks goes up, and also a reason why crypto is probably up today. Now before we begin, if you're new here, feel free to subscribe and hit that bell notification so you can see my videos every single week, and if you haven't already, please smash that like button down below for the YouTube algorithm. And without further ado, let's dive in. Alright, so the main thing I wanted to talk about today is Tesla stock, because right now I believe Tesla is up about 5%. So what's interesting is that last year Tesla stock was based heavily on catalysts, so meaning news. But for today's news, I wasn't able to really find a significant article. This upward move today could be because of Biden and his deal today, or the big boys like the institutions are buying up a lot of shares of Tesla. So if we look here, this could also be the reason. It's likely that Tesla will make moves to build more charging stations across China. And over here, it was reported that they opened a solar charging system in this city here in Lhasa. Although this is really great news, I feel like there's a different reason on why Tesla stock today is rising. Personally, Tesla stock has a soft spot in my heart because this stock did make me a lot of money. And this was a stock that I did go all in on because there was a lot of reason why. First, this is a company that doesn't advertise at all. And today, they're worth about $666 billion. So yesterday I talked about the book Start With Why and how companies shouldn't try to manipulate their way to sales. Tesla is probably the best example today. They have a really strong purpose, which is to move the world to sustainable energy. That's the reason why they're even in the business, because the purpose of a company is not to make money. There's actually a reason for it. It's like owning a car, right? Because the purpose of owning it is to go somewhere, but you're not buying the car because you want to put in gas, right? And this article here kind of ties into Tesla because Elon Musk also owns SpaceX, and he actually stated that Starlink could go IPO if they can predict future cash flows. And cash flows are very important when you invest into a company, because the reason why you're buying a business is because of the amount of cash that they can generate for you. Starlink has a very huge TAM, which is the total addressable market, because if we look here, about 3.6 billion people don't have access to the internet, and the main reason is because of lack of coverage, right? Because they're not gonna have a tower in the middle of the ocean. So next on the article, we got some tragic news. John McAfee actually was found dead in the Spanish prison. So he was actually a Bitcoin bull, and he kind of got in trouble because he was evading tax and was pumping Bitcoin and dumping it. And he's a very interesting character. He had a very wild life. So actually a lot of people on Twitter are saying that he actually wasn't suicidal, and he actually tweeted that if he was found dead, it wasn't his decision. So when the answer isn't there, everyone starts speculating, and that's pretty usual. And yeah, the crypto community was very sad about it because he was pretty important during the 2017 bull run. Next, I just want to quickly talk about this article here. It seems like the very first and longest running cryptocurrency exchange called BTC China is officially leaving their cryptocurrency trading business. And obviously this is all because China is currently trying to ban Bitcoin. And this type of news shows just how serious China is this time, because in the past, China always said, oh, they're gonna ban Bitcoin, but they never really banned people from buying it or selling it or mining it. But this time they seem like they're very serious about it. So that's that. Next, I want to talk about a tweet here, and this is very important. Bitcoin Bitcoin is like a network effect, so the more people using it, the product and the service becomes even better. And right now, there's an 80% average yearly growth rate of people getting into Bitcoin every single year. And if this keeps compounding until the next decade, we can see about 3.7 billion crypto users by the end of 2030. And right now, apparently, we're at the same amount of users that the internet had in 1997. So if you think you're late, I don't even think you're even close to being late. And you're going to be super ahead if you're already into it today. So now the major news that I kind of want to talk about is the antitrust bills against the big tech. Because for those that don't know, Amazon has been kind of copying other products that a lot of customers are buying and slapping their logo on it as Amazon Basics. And the government kind of found that as antitrust. Now for Apple, they actually take 30% of the cut for every purchase made inside the App Store. And a really great example of anti-competition would be Spotify and Apple. So anyone that downloads the Spotify app and makes a purchase on the subscription inside Spotify, Apple actually takes a 30% cut of that. Obviously, the CEO of Spotify is not happy about this. And not only that, Apple also have Apple Music. So it just makes it not fair overall. Now for Google, they care about search a lot, right? And they actually tried to purchase Yelp in the past, but Yelp decided not to sell the business to Google. So Google instead put restaurants on their Google search page where they can find restaurants and ratings and etc. Literally, Google just copied exactly what Yelp did. So that is kind of anti-competition, you could say. And then with Facebook, they have so many issues with the government. It's kind of crazy. So they have privacy issues, censorship, targeting ads, like I can go on and on. But that's pretty much the whole gist of what this bill is going to do, is trying to make other companies be able to compete with each other, because the big tech has been kind of just swallowing up everyone and taking as much market share as they can. But in my opinion, I feel like the bill will hurt Apple the most because they are ecosystem focused, because they kind of just block out everybody. And I feel like Amazon is the least affected because Amazon's profits really come from their cloud business. And for those that don't know, Amazon doesn't make any money on their retail side at all. They're actually losing money because of free shipping and etc., which is why Amazon has been pushing for flying drones and robots to deliver products. But in the end, I still feel like they're a great buy. The big techs are never a bad buy in my opinion. And now I want to talk about the economy and pretty much what's happening in the US. So tight labor market returns the upper hand to American workers. Employees competing for low wage workers and offering signing bonuses and other perks. And I think that if you even go to an interview, you get a gift card. Like, that's how desperate companies are for more employees. And the reason behind all this is because of the unemployment checks that people are getting, and they're actually getting more from their unemployment checks than their regular work job. So why would people want to go back to work if they're not even gonna boost up the pay? I believe July and August is when most of the unemployment checks are gonna be stopped. So we could see a huge labor force going back to work. Because in this article, we saw that, retail sales dropped about 1.3% in May as pandemic shopping habits shifted. I feel like everyone's priorities have changed and they understand that, spending on things that doesn't really matter is very important in everyone's financial literacy. And lastly, just want to put this out there, but BuzzFeed is going public. And for those that don't know, they're pretty much a media company. Personally, I'm not really a fan of the business model because they're literally just a media company and the product and service isn't as sticky. They are mostly reliant on advertisement, but I feel like a lot of people would rather use Google or Facebook. But this is a big name, and BuzzFeed has been around for a long time now. I do watch their content once in a while, but I haven't been following them as much as I did before, mainly because the Try Guys are gone and all these other old people that used to work there left. But it is interesting and I will follow this company and see how they're doing. That wraps up for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please smash that like button down below for the YouTube algorithm. If you haven't already, please subscribe and hit that bell notification so you can see my videos every single week. Also, if you're interested in buying crypto, please click my referral links in the description box down below and we can both get a small cash bonus once you sign up and make some trades. That's pretty much it for today, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.